Okay. Um, I advised everybody that we're getting a new website, and the new banner is up and the new colors. Has everybody checked into the site to see what it looks like?
Mm, Nope.
No? Well, the colors have changed, but right now the rest of us being reorganized. When the new site is fully online, everything will have changed. Um, all of the materials have been rewritten and brought up to date. Some things have been dropped. There's some things have been added, and it should be up. If all goes according to schedule, it should be up in about another week. After I've checked it over, I'll notify everybody about it. Now, one of the things is that the fellow who's putting the new site together, requests that a number of you have never written a bio about yourself, and you need to do that. You need to be a person. You need to not be just a blank name. Um, Also, some of you have photographs that really could be updated um, because they're showing somebody much younger. Mine does that, but I'm not going to worry. Anyway, so I'd like to go over a little bit with you about and get your thoughts about uh, writing a biography. Uh, the one requirement that I have is that you do not discuss in our site any other activities or healing activities or any other activities that you're involved in. If you've got a website, you've got a link to your website, and you can talk about everything you want to there. Talk about how you merge things, whatever, but not on our site. It's strictly for Shen. Um, Anybody have any question about that? I'm sure you can all understand that.
Yes.
Um, so do you have uh,
I think for those of us who have already got something written, I mean, I certainly need to update mine. Mine's way out of date. So definitely need to update. So if we do update, or for people who are newer and not have written anything, do we send it to you, Richard?
well, I'm not clear on that. I'll let you know. I'm gonna
Ah,
if I probably um, one thing is if you write something and email it to me separately and ask me your opinion,
yes.
my opinion, I'll help you with that. I'll be glad to do that, but I don't want to do it after it's up on the site and we've got to go
Oh,
through
no,
and make changes there.
that would be
But
helpful.
I'd be happy to do it. Now, one criteria is that it should not be too long.
Okay.
Uh, you don't want to, it's okay to mention your other schooling if you want, though I don't want you putting stuff like I've also trained in Reiki or whatever other healings that doesn't go. But if, for example, were a registered nurse, you could put that on there. Uh, but it wants to be reasonably short because and it wants to say things that would make a difference, or that the prospective client that's reading that, it should make them interested in you as a therapist, but uh, but if it's long, it's way too long and too wordy, that'll drive them away. Um, But again, we can go over those things if you want to send them to me directly. And also the same if some of you need to get new pictures. Now, and they need, you can look through the others. Some of them are pretty good. You'll see some that are not good. It'll give you some guidance. You don't want to do it that way. You don't want to just go out and you don't want to do a selfie and take a big picture. And he's never, they're very unprofessional. Anybody have any questions about at this point about?
Richard, I've just been scooting through things and I can't see having been sent anything about this new website. Maybe it's come and it's got lost somewhere, but
Well, I sent you an email a week ago telling you we were going to have this meeting and that we were going to be discussing the new website and invited everybody to check it out.
well, the only thing I've got about this meeting is one that actually just has the link in it.
When did you get that?
Yesterday or the day before?
Okay, I'm telling you, I sent you an email a week ago.
Okay, I'll have another look. I'm just
And
saying.
this is the same list that I used today.
Mhm. I'd appreciate if someone could send it again then. Thank you.
Well, all it says is that it tells you about this meeting and asks you to check out the website.
So Fiona, it's the same link, shenTherapy.net. It's not like anything different. It's just there's a few different colours, a few changes
link.
on it.
Thank you. Okay, I'll have a look.
Fiona,
So
it's the only information everybody's got. No one's got other information, just that we're just having this meeting. You haven't missed anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
that's what.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saranya.
Oh, there's Catherine back again. Anyway, all right, that's probably all that I have to say about that. As again I said, I'll be happy to have you run it by me and give you some pointers about what you might want to do or might want to change. So how is everybody? What have you got to bring to the table today?
Well, I think for me, really, just maybe another quick update about the Shen workshop. I originally planned it for August, but because we had quite small numbers, I had to reschedule it to the end of October. So,
Okay.
yeah, so we'll see how we go from there.
Yeah.
and how many people have you got on already, Helena? Did you just tell us? Sorry, I might have just missed that.
I mean, primarily it's really for the 3 people who've done the first workshop and wanting to do a second time, so that they can consider, maybe joining the seminar next year when Saranya and myself sort out the dates. And then we have already 3 others that have done 2 workshops that are ready for seminars. So it will be good to get these 3 other people if they can join. So we'll probably have maybe 5 or 6 people for the seminar for next year. And then hopefully if we can have a couple more new people, that would be great. So I think we just need to try and promote it a little bit more through the therapist network.
Okay, so you are looking for a few more to go along with the 3. Yeah, like max 5. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That would be good. Yes.
I'll send it out to my, I've got a list of people that I work with. So yeah. You sent the info and the flow.
Yeah, we will sort out. We'll sort out the seminar dates, Saranya and myself. You know, at some point. You know, we're looking at next year, and we Saranya, sometime next year. But if we get all this, you know, the workshop numbers through, then we know what we're planning for, isn't it, for next year? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have got a limit on numbers, haven't we, Helena? There is a limit on how many we can have there. As people know, those of you who've been to Surrey, it's going to be in Surrey, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, at the push, we can take 8. We can set 4 tables at the push. You know, it will be a little bit tighter, but we can take up to 8. I probably wouldn't want to take more than that. I think 6 is a nice number, you know, space-wise, and also kind of managing if I'm running the workshop by myself. 6 is a good number. 8 would be also okay. So,
just another thing about that workshop is that we did discuss trying to update the flyer, but at the moment all we've done is put the price on the flyer the flyer. So people ask that, but we have discussed, didn't we? We have discussed it, but we haven't done that yet. A new flyer. Be good to wait. Well, we won't be long before we've got the site all up and ready to go with new colours and also, Richard, is it okay to mention that I'm looking at the logo with everybody? I mean, I haven't done it yet, but there's a logo being someone doing a design for updating the logo. So we've got to keep the same look of the logo, but having a modern look to the logo. And that's mainly because, as Richard said, a lot of us have got the logo on our brochures and flyers, and so it's keeping the similar picture, but having a modern looking logo. So I'm doing that over here at the moment, and that could be done she's going to get it to be this week, early this week. So that's another thing about that.
yeah. I think for the October workshop, we'll keep the content of the flyer similar to the one we have been using, except Saranya has added the price of the cost fee, you know, on the flyer, which, you know, might be quite helpful in that sense. And then if we can at some point get together, perhaps Lois, Monica, and who's the other one? Lauren. If she can manage it, we will have a look at revamping the flyer at some point. Yeah. So I think for the October one, we'll just leave, because of kind of timing and whatever, we want it sent out. Yeah.
So you, Saranya and Helena, and I guess Richard as well, have you been editing the content? Because some of it looks like it's changed, and some of it, I don't know, I guess some of it you're still working on, is that right?
No, I haven't been involved in actually updating the website. I think mainly Richard.
Oh, Richard's done it.
Yeah, and Saranya is working with even Will, isn't it, as well?
The new masthead is in place. Excuse me. But as I said, we're rewriting. I've been spent the last month or two rewriting everything on the inside, so it's all being changed. You'll get a taste of it, but it's the main part of it. 90% of it is yet to come.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Well, I noticed that the workshop's still like the old workshop on there, but I'm presuming that hasn't been updated yet. It was from last year, I think, under the workshop section.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why.
Well, we're aware of that, Monica. We're just, as Richard said, the new website isn't launched, so, and we were waiting for me to update the flyer too, which I did a couple of days ago. But we'll put something on once in a week or so. Yeah.
So when you say the new website, so it's still the same URL. It's just there's just going to be changes to it. It's not a complete
content.
That is correct.
Yeah. Got you.
It would make no sense to change the URL.
No, not at all. Not after all this time.
Mm. But in terms of
Richard,
like, who can post things on the website, Saranya would be able to post as well, apart from yourself, Richard.
I'm sorry, what?
Asking about, who can actually like post things in the website, or do we normally have to go through like maybe Saranya and yourself? You said you'll let us know, isn't it?
You can't post directly to the website, no.
Oh, we can.
No.
Oh, we can't. Okay.
No, you do have no, you can't go inside the website. You can't directly put stuff in there.
Okay.
we were going to have a couple. We've discussing that access to the site, but just have a couple of us doing that, getting into the back end of it and doing.
I'm sorry, Sir, I don't follow you.
Well, Richard, you putting things on, like going in and upgrading a poster is something we haven't, you and I discussed, just one or two people, you, me, and I don't know, we haven't talked about the access to the site yet, have we? But posting, we have to put it through us or the people with the back end.
Yeah. Either you or Richard.
People.
Well, at this point, I'm the only one that could put anything on there. Saranya doesn't put stuff on there directly.
Okay.
She doesn't have the password to get into the site.
Okay. Yeah.
Will, the new webmaster, does, and I'm going to prefer that he do that in the future. Though there will be things I will be able to do. Initially, I wrote the whole website years ago, but it was it was over 20 years ago, and it's very out of date. Well, apart from the website, does anybody have anything they want to report or talk about or ask about? Well, I think I'm going to take that
Not
as
sure, Saranya, whether is that where we are at with, you had some communication from, I don't know whether it is a suitable forum to talk about it from, oh God, sorry, I'm trying to think of her name. Amberley.
I've not had any
I'm
more
not
communication.
from her following her communication to you.
No, she hasn't been back in touch at all. So she CC'd me and Joanne into an email a while ago about credits, continuing credits. And Joanne and I haven't managed to connect about that, have we, Joanne? Because you were away and I was away. And have you had any news from her, Joanne?
Sorry, I've got you muted because the dog is barking. Sorry, but no, I haven't. No.
No. I was very clear with Amberley. So a lot of people know Amberley, aren't they, on the site? Everyone knows who we're talking about, yeah. And she's kind of well, she's not an ISTA member anymore. She's not been an ISTA member for many years, and I know she's on the periphery of our group. And I wrote to her and I invited her. I said, look, obviously you'd like to connect and come to Shen swaps. And we do offer, obviously, swaps to people that have done workshops, not necessarily certified therapists. But she's not on our certified therapist list because she's not a member of ISTA. But she hasn't chosen to come back and be a member of ISTA for many years, has she, Richard? I mean, initially she went off like 10 years ago. And then she came back in England to connect with us all. But and she's met a few of you, and you know her quite well. She can be, great. But she's not choosing to come back in as a member. So I very clearly wrote to her, and I said, I'm aware of this is the situation, and would she like to contact, and would she like to come back and be a member of ISTA? And then I've not had any communication back. So I was very clear with her on the last email. So it's so she's in Kent, but I know she keeps in touch. She contacts you, Fiona, in Scotland, doesn't she? And it's a shame because she's sort of she's got a lot to offer, but she's not really connecting. Well, not with me anyway. I don't know about, as you say, nobody else has heard from her. So hope. So we'll just put it back in, balls back in her court now. So that's why, if you wonder why she's not on this group, it's because she's not a member of ISTA. So if you're on the CST WhatsApp group, that's because it's your membership. And if you're not a member, you're not officially, operating as a certified Shen therapist with us. Okay, Richard, is that okay? Is that what you? Anything?
Well, she's not part of it. That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's it.
She was kind of crossways with everything. I'm not particularly interested in having her come back in.
Email shenbaker@msn.com.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording because I think we're done with